fans, and welcome back to Railed It. I'm out at Nebo and I've been chasing Horizon, PN, BMA, One Rail and Bowen Rail. So join me as I spend a weekend on the Coalfields.
I started off on the Newlands line, one of 3 coal networks in Queensland that only use diesel motive power. The other 2 being the Mara and Westmoreland systems. The Newlands line starts at North Goonyella under the Gap line, terminating at Abbott Point, 20 kilometres north of Bowen. I got set up on the Briaba bank, just north of Collinsville, watching microwaves work hard, pulling a train weighing just over 8,000 tonnes, up A1 in 100 grade. On the coalfields, empty trains travel in the up direction, giving them a high priority over loaded trains. If a mine stops production from limited rail services, fines can be given to Horizon and or the operator, depending on the circumstance. The previous train we saw has stopped at Briaba, waiting for this empty to clear the section. Bowen Rail has made its presence on the Newlands line, with 4 sets of 84 wagons currently running. There was a moment in time where Pacific National 83s were leased to Bowen Rail during a motive power shortage, and I was hoping to see them on this trip. But it appears that it may have been overcome. However, I did see a 4600 triple heather later that evening. Before the new alignment was built in the mid-2000s, all loaded coal trains had to tackle this steep climb. I wish I was born earlier to have seen triple or quad 2600s roar up this grade, lifting a laden train. Now this line is only used for empties. With the light fading away, it was time to call it a day. I was up, bright and early, ready for what the Newlands system would throw at me. Here, we see an horizon loaded coal train, 9A41, head toward Collinsville. Then, the Newlands line threw me a track closure, with the next train being stored at Birrallee. The decision was made to head to the Goonyella system earlier than what I had anticipated. This is the Goonyella system, energised with 25 kilovolt AC overhead wires that span for over 400 kilometres. It can see over 40 trains a day, servicing 25 mines. The Goonyella system starts at Hay Point, 20 kilometres south of Mackay, and heads west to Coppabella, spurring into 4 lines, one to Hale Creek, another to North Goonyella, connecting to the Newlands, one goes west to Claremont, and the main line heads south to Oakey Creek, where it connects to the Blackwater system. It is the most interesting coal network in Queensland, with 5 operators using the system. If you're stuck finding the 5th, Wadco operates grain trains to Mount McLaren on the Claremont Spur. However, it usually runs overnight and is seasonal. Queensland is the only place in Australia where you will find electric traction hauling freight. I spent a bit of time at Wandoo recording a few Horizon Electrics until I got a surprise. Despite popular belief, Bowen Rail is not the only company to have purchased GT46 ACE Gen 3s. One Rail Australia bought 5 units, dubbed the ORN class, and were delivered in March of 2022, prior to the sale of the company to Horizon. These locos operate to the Hale Creek mine, running with 3 locos under distributed power, divided between 120 wagons. Horizons 3748, named Robert Maguire, meets the Pineapple Express, away from Brayside. The second day of foaming ended with an offering of 3500s heading east to the ports. The last day of foaming started poorly. I'd recorded 2 trains early in the morning with the microphone turned off. Ah, the joys of rail fanning. Anyway, we see a familiar face come toward us at Brayside. Horizons 3741 leads an empty coal train sporting Movember decals in support of men's health. Despite the good trains, there wasn't many good spots available. Luckily, some livestock decided to wander through their paddock, giving me some entertainment. Whoop, we've got a straggler. This is what I came to see on the Goonyella, some retro electric still running on DC traction. The low attractive effort these locos produce compared to AC traction causes more units to be rostered onto each set. For a train of 120 wagons, there are 5 locomotives rostered on. These units were meant to be replaced years ago, but they are still holding on with nothing to succeed them. The 3500s are delegated to ad hoc trains. There can be times where they don't run on the network. However, on this day, I was rather lucky to see a few 3500 class sets out and about. I caught up with the train at Coppabella to show you an interesting network feature. Look mum, no wires! This intentional gap was made so the Coppabella mine could get oversized machinery on or off site. For example, a Caterpillar D11 dozer, a massive machine that would instantly take out the overhead line equipment on the back of a semi-trailer. back toward Nebo to get a loaded train crossing Denison Creek. We headed to Wandu to look at a potential froth spot when an empty BMA shot toward us as we were walking up the embankment. Look at what's on the third coal wagon. It's a remnant of the Queensland Rail practice. We see the other one rail set head out to Hale Creek, but this time with 4 GT42 CU ACEs, dubbed the GWNs. The GWNs were built by Downer EDI at Maryborough for the Wyalla iron ore trains in South Australia. When One Rail won the contract to service the Hale Creek mine, the GWNs were replaced using 2250s repatriated from South Africa. With the afternoon ending, we decided to end the day getting coverage of 3500s around Palook, then finishing the weekend at Ucan, south of Serena. It was a welcome surprise seeing the ORNs again, Despite this, there was a threat of the train blocking our final shot of the 3500s. It would have been a horrible outcome. However, the network control officer had blessed us and sent the LRNs out at the right time to clear our view.
So that was it for a weekend on the Coalfields. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I'd like to thank Nick and Dylan for joining me. Wait a second, I only invited Dylan and he didn't come. That reminds me, I've got a present for him. What's up, railtards? It's your boy KG and we're out at the Goonyella system getting some damn coal trains. Oh yeah, but we got one thing problem though. Daddy Dylan's not with us, so here's a diss track for him, bruh. Dylan.
Yeah, it's been greasy on the mind.
Dylan, you're very much you couldn't even make time out of your day to we're out here, get some trains while you're at home numbing your brain.